In 2008, we traveled to the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, to meet legendary tennis coach Nick Bollettieri. He's overseen the careers of 10 world number ones, most notably Andre Agassi, Monica Seles, and Maria Sharapova. Among the crop of players he was coaching back then was a local girl who caught our eye.
My name is Vicky Duval. I'm 12 and I'm from Boca Raton, Florida.
In the 7 years that have elapsed, Vicky has grown a few inches and graduated to the WTA Tour. However, her accession to the professional ranks has not come without incident, both on and off the court. In 2010, she almost lost her father to one of the worst natural disasters of the 21st century. 4 years later, Vicky would face more devastating news when she was diagnosed with cancer. By the time she was 12, she'd experienced a lot more than most people her age. Born in Miami, Vicky grew up on the shores of Haiti, the birthplace of her parents. Life was good there, until one day in February 2003. Aged 7, Vicky was playing at her cousin's house when 4 men broke in and raided the place for valuable items. Vicky and her cousins were held hostage at gunpoint.
That's never a situation you want to be put in, and I was 7 at the time, so I thought my life was going to kind of end there. You don't expect to get out of a situation like that, but I actually grant being alive to my cousin. You know, we weren't allowed to make phone calls, and she outsmarted the gunman and found a way to call my mom and say, you know, we're in a dangerous situation, please call the cops and have them come over here.
The emergency services managed to get Vicky and her cousins out of the house safely. Following the ordeal, Vicky's parents decided to relocate the family to the United States. They eventually ended up in Bradenton, Florida. Having shown a natural flair for tennis, Vicky enrolled at the IMG Academy, where she still trains today. She quickly became one of the leading junior players in the world, amassing over $230,000 in prize money and entering the top 100 in the WTA rankings aged 18. In 2013, she came to the attention of the wider tennis fraternity at the US Open. Playing in only her second Grand Slam match, Vicky knocked out former champion Sam Stosur in the first round. She subsequently appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and across several sports stations billed as one to watch.
I felt like I wasn't on the court. I felt like I was like in another dimension, like watching myself play. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. It was just one of those moments where everything was going right, you know, and that was a match I'll never forget.
Vicky's remarkable rise was achieved despite further tragedy in her personal life. Just 3 years previously, her father, Jean-Maurice, almost died in a catastrophic earthquake in Haiti. He was buried under rubble for 11 hours. Both of his legs were broken, his left arm was crushed, and he sustained 7 fractured ribs. But it could have been a lot worse had he not been able to make a phone call home.
I was upstairs in my room and I heard just like the biggest noise ever, like a collapse, something fell on the floor. And I go down and I'm like, what happened? And my mom is just on the floor, like rolling, crying, hysterical. And she said, your dad just called me. There was an earthquake in Haiti and he was giving me his last words. My dad was saying, tell the kids I love them, you know, whatever you would say before you die, I guess. And I kind of thought that was it.
Vicky contacted some family friends who paid for a private jet to travel to Haiti and airlift Jean-Maurice to a hospital in the USA. His life was saved, but he suffered permanent paralysis in his left arm. A few years later, Vicky would experience her own brush with death when she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a rare type of cancer. She was competing at Wimbledon when she received the news, but decided to continue playing. Vicky progressed to the second round before returning home to start chemotherapy.
It was really hard. The doctors prepared me, and he said that this is not gonna be easy. You know, you're gonna have days where you're gonna feel like horrible. You're gonna feel like crying. You're gonna complain all the time. And after the first round, I reacted very well, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna be as bad as I'm thinking. And then, you know, it hit me, and I practically couldn't eat for 3 months, and I ended up cutting my hair off, and you know, it was life-changing, but I don't regret going through it at all because it helped me shape what I am right now. Yeah.
In September 2014, Vicky was given the all clear.
2, 1, go.
She was determined to return to tennis, but her muscles had severely atrophied and her fitness had deteriorated. In collaboration with the coaches at the IMG Academy, she's since established a strict rehabilitation program that involves tennis practice, gym work, and hydrotherapy. Tennis means too much to the 20-year-old to simply give up.
I feel my happiest when I'm on the court, you know, and it's a place that I go to escape anything. Sometimes I just go out in the afternoon by myself and take a basket and serve because that's where I feel happiest. So tennis is just a huge part of my life.
Vicky also finds tranquility in the confines of her car as she sings away on her commutes to and from training.
It don't matter who you are.
She has a bubbly personality, which belies the trauma she's faced at times during her life.
Bravo, bravo, come on and clap for yourself. Bravo, 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 yeah.
Vicky invited Transworld Sport to her house, located just a song's length away from the IMG Academy in Bradenton.
Welcome to my palace. Let me get on my hoverboard. Let me take you into my bedroom. Over here I have my fish named Ruby. When I got her, I was told that they don't live past 1.5 years, and she's 3 years old. She travels with me everywhere. She's come to the Miami Open a few times. I think her favorite place is Miami. And this is a board I got from the 2014 US Open. I was in the 2nd month of my treatment, and they had a few players sign their autographs and nice little messages for me. I thought that was probably the best gift I've ever received in my life. And this is where the magic happens for my YouTube channel.
Vicky has her own YouTube page, where she posts a variety of videos, including impressions, comedy sketches, and dub smashes. She launched the page following the end of her treatment and has used it both as a means of relief and to connect with her fans.
Actually, you know what? Let's go film a video, shall we? Are we rolling? Okay. Hey guys! So I am planning on playing all 4 Grand Slams this year, and at the US Open, I feel very much at home. Obviously, I'm American. And at Roland Garros, I speak French, so no issues there. Je n'aurai pas de problème. But for Australian and Wimbledon, I need to start learning some of the local language. All right, mate. 10 left, and Bob's your uncle. You'll see center court. Literally no idea what this means. So I can figure out that we're gonna turn left, and Bob is your uncle, so you're gonna go to Wimbledon Center Court. That's what that means. So find Bob. I don't mind. No, wait, no. Wait, that was not British. I don't mind where we eat, The ball is in your court. So pick where you want to go eat because the ball's in your court. So you need to decide where we're gonna eat. That's what that means. Shall we have a butcher's around the Wimbledon shop? Shall we get some meat around Wimbledon? Is that what that means? No idea. I'm just gonna... Butcher's is meat, so meat. That's what that is. Moving on! I met her at last year's tournament, and she's fair dinkum. Wow. Sounds like a drink. Like, can I have some dinkum with ice? You know what? I don't think that helped at all. I'll just go to the tournaments.
Vicky will be hoping to kickstart her 2016 season at the year's first Grand Slam, the Australian Open, which begins later this month. And despite all the ups and downs of recent years, this resilient and refreshing character remains determined to reach the pinnacle of her sport.
I definitely want to win all 4 Grand Slams, hopefully more than once. That's a huge goal. I just want to have a name for myself in the tennis, you know, for people to remember me as a Grand Slam champion or as an Olympian or, you know, as a gold medalist or something like that. So I'm not going to let this illness define me in any way. And, you know, I'm confident. I've been working really hard this past year. It hasn't been easy. And I've learned a lot about myself, too, about my inner strength, because I didn't think I had this much in me. So it's definitely, I'm excited for the future.
You can hit him, man. I'm going to mix up for him. Everything that he adds to it. Good.